Okay, let's start our discussion on MTP Series 1. Series 2 is not released yet, so we won't be in a position to discuss it as of now. Almost 120 marks plus is there in this paper because of choice and all that. And if you have noticed this, they have tried to cover everything. They have tried to cover almost all the chapters. True or false? First, as always, state with reasons whether the following statements are true or false. Accounting standards for non-corporate entities in India are issued by central government. False. Why? Yesterday only we discussed this. It is issued by ICAI. It is issued by ICAI. Okay, yesterday only we have seen this. Now, subsidy received from government for working capital by a manufacturing concern is a revenue receipt. True or false? True. Why? If at all they would give a subsidy to construct building. Okay, if I would get subsidy from government to construct building, then it would have been capital receipt. They gave it for what? Working capital. Working capital means day-to-day expense. I got it for day-to-day expense, that will be true. Now, all this directly from material only. See the third question. It is not from, direct question from material. It's a question which will make you think. See here, reducing balance method means which method? Written down value method of depreciation is followed to have a uniform charge for depreciation and repairs and maintenance together. What is it? True. Actually, the answer is true. First, you have to understand the question. What they are telling, see, imagine I have an asset and I have 5 years useful life. 3, 4, 5. Clear? Let's assume I have purchased for whatever value it might be. Whatever value. Asset under WDV method, depreciation, will it be high or will it be low? Starting. It will be high. High. Then it will keep reducing, no? Depreciation keeps reducing. If you take any random number and calculate under WDV method, take 100. 100 at the rate of 20%. First year it will be 20. Then on 80 you are going to calculate. So next year it will be 16 and it will keep reducing like that. So depreciation will be high. What about repairs? Repairs. In the initial years, repair will be low. Then it keeps increasing. Are you getting my point? So what they are trying to tell over here? Getting. What they are telling over here? Depreciation is followed to have a uniform charge of depreciation and repair and maintenance. That means at any point of time, this total is uniform. Uniform means almost equal or same. What is the meaning of uniform? You wear uniform and come, it's same, right? So what they are telling, this total might almost be same. Why same? When that is high, this is low. When this is high, that is low. Are you getting my point? When repair is high, depreciation is low. When depreciation is low, depreciation is high, that time repair is low. Starting years, the asset is fresh, new. That time there is no depreciation much. After that years, what happens? The depreciation keeps reducing, but repair keeps increasing. So, on the contrary, if you see, total will always be similar or same. That is why it is true. Can you see, they have not given direct question here. Here they have made you think. But these two are direct questions. First two questions directly picked from the study material only. See the fourth one. Discount at the time. By the way, this is from chapter 1. This is also from chapter 1. This is from depreciation chapter. So already from chapter 1 theory, 4 marks covered. Can you see, I told you importance is there in that yesterday's chapter. You are taking it lightly, but it was important. Okay, now see the fourth one. Discount at the time of retirement of bill is gain for the drawee. Gain for the drawee. Discount at the time of retirement of bill. Discount at the time of retirement bill is called as what? Rebate. It's called rebate actually. It is gain for the drawee. Yes or no? Drawer used to write rebate account debited. But drawee, rebate account is credited. It is gain. This is true. For this, did you have to put any extra effort of studying for true or false? No. Why? Because if you have done the concept of bills of exchange properly, automatically you will be able to answer this. Next, business of partnership comes to an end on death of a partner. Is it true? If this is true, your one unit only was not there. You don't have to study only death of a partner. Business is coming to an end. No, directly go to dissolution of partnership. Are you getting my point? Okay, let's continue. Business of partnership comes to an end on death of a partner. Is it true or false? False, because if at all that was the case, we would not have one unit only. Receipt and payments account highlights total income and expenditure. Is it true or false? False. Receipt and payment account doesn't tell us about income and expenditure. Receipt and payment account tells us about receipt and payment. It's a cash book. It's a cash book. Are you getting this? So, receipt and payment account, basically if you noticed, this you had to think. But other than that, all of them are direct, easy questions. Where you are going to study, when you are studying, you just prepare the concepts properly. You will be able to answer the true or false. Clear? One bouncer might be there where you will have to little think. Clear? Now see the second question. Discuss the limitations. Yesterday we saw this while evaluating financial statement. Another 4 marks. Can you see 4 plus 4? 8 marks from chapter 1. From compulsory area. So you have to read that chapter. You can't just skip it. Now let's go to third question. Question number 3. Depreciation for 4 marks. Again? He said he will resolve. He said he will talk to Bangalore office and resolve. Let's continue. The balance of machinery account of a firm on 1st April 2023 was 28,54,000. Now directly you check what have they asked. Calculate the depreciation for the year ended 31st March 2024. They directly asked you to calculate the depreciation. They didn't ask you to prepare machinery account or anything like that. Only depreciation they want for this year end. Computation of depreciation. 4 mark question. Easy. Out of this a plant having book value of 2,16,000 as on 1st April 2023 was sold on 1st July for 82,000. So even if it is sold, there is depreciation on that to be computed. On the same date, a new plant was purchased for 4,58,000 and 22,000 was spent on erection. On 1st November, a new machinery was purchased for 5,60,000. Depreciation 15% per annum under diminishing balance method. What did they ask you to calculate? Only depreciation. They asked you to calculate only. Now, how will you calculate this? Total value, you know. What is the total value? Total WDV on 1/4/2000 what? Which year they are starting the question with? 1st April 2023. 1st April 2023. What was the WDV? You can see the WDV 28,54,000. It was 28,54,000. That was the WDV. Clear? Now, after that, out of this, a plant having book value of 2,16,000 is gone. So, book value of plant sold. How much is that? 2,16,000. Gone. After that, if you see the two things, both are additions, no? After that, if you see the two things, both are new purchases. So on 1st July, on the same date, they have purchased one plant. And on 1st November, they have purchased one more plant. Are you getting this? Both are new purchases only. So now what happens? 28,54,000 minus 2,16,000. 26,38,000. Do you agree that this is the WDV of old plant? WDV of old plant which is unsold. Do you agree with this? So we had 28,54,000. Out of that, one asset is sold. So book value of that is 2,16,000. Remove that. So now do you agree whatever is remaining, 26,38,000, is everything related to old machinery only? What is the depreciation rate? 15%. 26,38,000 into 15%, that gives us 3,95,700. This is the depreciation on old machinery. This is the depreciation on old machinery. Is that correct? Now what we have to calculate? depreciation on machinery sold. Depreciation on machinery sold. What is the book value of the machinery which is sold? 2,16,000 into 15% into, when did they sell it? It is sold on 1st July. So how many months have we used this machinery? We have used this machinery for 3 months. 1st April the year started, May, June, July. April, May, June. 3 months they have used the machinery. So 3 months, what is the depreciation? 2,16,000 into 15%, 8,100. Clear? So machinery which is not sold, we calculate the depreciation on that. Machinery which is sold, we calculate the depreciation on that. Now we have to calculate the depreciation on machinery purchased. Depreciation on machinery purchased. 2 purchases we have made. First one is what? 4,58,000 and 22,000 on erection. Should we add it or keep it separate? Add it. Yesterday we have seen capital expenditure. Whatever we spend as soon as we purchase, whatever is there, everything should be added. 4,58,000 plus 22,000. 4,58,000 plus 22,000. On that depreciation is 15% into how many months? Into how many months? No, 9 by 12. Purchased, it's purchased. 3 months are over. That means this machinery is purchased, used only for 9 more months. So 4,58,000 plus 22,000 into 15% into 9 divided by 12. 54,000. 54,000. Clear till here? Do we have one more machinery which is purchased? Yes, that machinery is purchased on what date? 1st November, and it is purchased for 5,60,000. So what happens over here? 5,60,000 into 15% into 1st November. That means how many months we have left? 5 months left. November, December, January, February, March. So into 5 divided by 12. 35,000. Total all the depreciation. So total depreciation will be 3,95,700 plus 8,100 plus 54,000 plus 35,000, 4,92,800. 4 mark question. Wouldn't take you much time also. No need to prepare account also. In depth we can't solve, we'll discuss everything, but we'll try to discuss. Very similar ones we'll just discuss and leave it over there. Okay. New chapters we'll try to solve. Incomplete records and all we'll try to solve that, because that's like partnership also, maximum loss and all we'll do it. Then we'll go into article. That one question is the 10 marks. All 3 are merged. We'll do that. Is it done? Can we go further? This is your complete solution. 4 marks. Easy 4 marks. No tricks and twists in this. You know always you have to calculate depreciation on the asset which is sold also, asset which is purchased also, asset which is remaining also. Asset which is sold, how many months you have used, that you will calculate depreciation. Asset which is purchased, remaining months in the year you have used, no, that you are going to calculate. Asset which is not sold, not purchased, full year you are going to calculate depreciation. Clear? Same question can they ask with machinery account? Yes. They can ask the same question. That time one more thing we'll have to calculate. What is that? Profit or loss on sale. Here that is not required because we are only calculating depreciation. Ah, 8 to 10. 8 to 10. If they ask machinery account with provision for depreciation, then maybe 10 marks. But I don't think so because they have so many other things to ask. That's why they have just asked depreciation and finish it off. But compulsory it is. Compulsory question they put depreciation. Yes, can we go further? By the way, I hope this you have observed. Question number 1 is compulsory. Answer any 4 out of the remaining 5. Okay. So basically 120 marks, roughly it is there, 125 marks is there in your paper. Mr. Butt's trial balance as on 31st March 2024 did not agree. That means there are some errors. The difference was put into a suspense account. That means we have to understand which stage are we in. In rectification we had 3 stages. Rectification before preparation of trial balance, after preparation of trial balance, next accounting period. Now here we are in which stage? After preparation of trial balance. They said they have put the difference into a suspense account. During the next trading period, following errors were discovered. That means which year it is? Next accounting period. What we have to use? P&L adjustment account. P&L adjustment or P&L suspense? Where did we use P&L suspense? Death of a partner. Other than that, we have not used P&L suspense anywhere. This is P&L adjustment account. Clear? For what items you will use P&L adjustment? For what items you will use P&L adjustment? Nominal expenses. Anything that will affect our profit, we will use P&L adjustment. Now, total of the purchase book on one page 5615 was carried forward to the next page as 6551. Total is more or total is less? Total is more. So should we reduce the total or increase the total? Reduce the total. You know the correct entry, wrong entry, rectification entry and all. This is question number what? 2A. 2A. I am directly passing the rectification entry because we have already discussed correct entry, wrong entry part. So what should we do? Total of purchase book is more. So what should I do? I should reduce the purchase book now. So I should actually write 2 purchases. But can I write 2 purchases? Can I write 2 purchases? No, I should write 2 P&L adjustment account. So what will be debited? No debit. So it will be suspense account debited. Suspense account debited. How much is the value? 6551 minus 5615. 5615. Yeah. How much is the difference? 936. See how they started the question as if it is before preparation, before the next accounting period. But as they move to the next sentence, they said it is detected in the next accounting period. Next trading period is next accounting period only. Clear? I hope there is no confusion. We have had these kind of errors in the study material itself. Next, a sale of 462 was entered in the sale book as 642 and posted to the credit of the customer. What happened? Sale should be debited to customer or credited to customer. Sale should be debited to customer. So here what they did, first of all they put the wrong amount and then they credited the customer instead of debiting. So what happens over here? Sale is 462, entered in the sale book as 642. So should I reduce the sale? First should I reduce the sale? Yes, sale is put more, no? So what will I do? Sale should be, I should debit sale, but I can't debit sale because it is P&L adjustment. So P&L adjustment account debited. How much is the sale value actually? 462. How much did they put the sale as? 642. So 642 minus 462. 180. 180. Is the sale part rectified? Now what did they do? However, the credit, and posted to the credit of the customer. Credit of the customer they have posted. So what should we do now? Customer should be what? Debited. How much did they post? 642. 642 into 2. 1284 is it? Are you following this? Do your correct entry, wrong entry, rectification entry. If you are not getting directly, do the correct entry, wrong entry, rectification entry. That time it should get rectified. Customer should be debited for how much? Customer should be debited for how much? 462. What did we do to the customer? We credited the customer for 642. Should I remove that wrong credit? Should I remove the wrong credit? Customer account debited. How much should I remove? 642 I should remove. Then should I put the correct debit? How much is the correct debit? 462. So 642 plus 462, you have 1104. Is the rectification complete? What we had to correct, we corrected. So what will the difference go? Where will the difference go? Suspense account will be 1104 plus 180. 1284. Is this clear? I don't think there should be any confusion in this rectification. If you're passing correct entry will be customer account debited to sales. Second entry will be sales account, customer account not debited, customer account credited, sales account credited, both wrong number. So you have to correct that sales, you have to correct that customer. Next. A return to the creditor of 300 was entered in the returns inward book. However, creditor's account was correctly posted. Returns to the creditor means what? What is it? Purchase return, sales return. It is purchase return. They have put it into which book? Returns inward book. They have put it into sales return book. But the creditor's account was correctly posted. So creditor, there is no mistake. You don't have to bother about creditor. Purchase return is put into sales return. Sales return, what is the entry? Sales return account debited. So we should remove that sales return. So what will you do? To sales return, but you can't write sales return. You will write P&L adjustment account. How much is the amount? Amount is 300. 300. Correct? Then purchase return should be debited or credited? Purchase return should be debited or credited? Credited. Did we do that? No, that also we should do. So another 300, total 600. So what will you debit? Suspense account will be debited for 600. Is this clear? Are you following this? Customer account, there is no problem. So don't bother only about customer. What did they tell? Instead of putting into purchase return book, they have put it into sales return book. So now sales return you have to remove. Sales return is usually debited. So to remove that, what should we do? Credit sales return. Purchase return should be credited only. Didn't do it. Do it. So two things you have to credit. Both will affect your profit. So P&L adjustment. Clear? I hope it's clear. Fourth one. What is the fourth one there? Cash received from Geet 895 was posted to the debit of Meet. Can you see none of the rectifications they have given like straightforward. Everything is little twisted only. Cash received from Geet was posted to the debit of Meet. Correct? First you think of Geet. Did you debit Geet? Sorry, cash received. So cash account debited to Geet's account. Who is the first person? Geet. You had to do what with Geet? Credit or debit? Credit. So what will you do? Go and write to Geet 895. What did they do? They posted to the debit of Meet. So should you remove that? Yes. So what will you do? To Meet 895. What will you debit now? Suspense account. Debited 895 into 2, 1790. I hope it's clear. Yes, next question. Question number 5. Goods worth rupees 1400 were dispatched to a customer before the close of the year, but no invoice was made out. Goods worth rupees 1400 were dispatched to a customer before the close of the year, but no invoice was made out. So what should be the entry? Goods are already dispatched, but you did not raise the invoice. That means you did not pass the entry. So what should be the entry? What should be the entry? Did you sell or purchase? Dispatched, right? That means it is sale. So what should be the entry? Debtor account debited 1400 to sales account. Sales cannot be used. So you are going to use P&L adjustment account 1400. This is the error of omission. Directly omitted. So directly just pass the entry. When passing the entry, be careful. We are in the next year. You can't use sales. Next. Goods worth rupees 1,600 were sent on sale or return basis to a customer and entered in the sales book at the close of the year. The customer still had the option to return the goods. The gross profit margin was 20% on sale. Can you see bouncer? Bouncer. Why bouncer? Not there in the syllabus. Sale or return basis is removed from syllabus, but still they have asked. But we had discussed it when we are doing one other chapter. Now tell me, what should be the entry? What should be the entry? First, what should you do? Sale entry is already passed. Goods worth 1,600 were sent on sale. It was entered in the sales book also at the close of the year. Customer still had the option to return the goods. The gross profit margin is 20% on sale. Whenever the time is still there, what we do? When the time is still there, what we do? If the customer accepts also, when will the customer accept? Customer will accept only in the next year, no? So if the customer accepts in the next year, why will you show the sale in this year? So first what you should do, you should reverse the sale, right? Reversing the sale. Sale account debited to customer. You can't write sale. Why? Because we are in the next year. Are you getting my point? So what will you do? P&L adjustment debited. How much? 1,600 to customer or debtor 1,600. Is this clear? Are you following this? But just reversing the sale, is it enough? What should you do next? Add it to the closing stock. So you should pass the entry closing stock on approval basis. Closing stock on approval basis debited to what? Actually what is entry? Closing stock on approval basis account debited to trading account. But we can't do that. We have to write P&L adjustment. We are already in the next year. P&L adjustment. How much? 1,600. Shall I put 1,600? No. Closing stock should always be valued at cost. So this will be 1,600 minus, what is the profit margin? 20% on sale. Directly we have the sale value, we have the profit percentage on sale only. We don't have to change the percentage. Minus 20%, you will get 1,280. I hope it's clear. Nice set of rectification questions they have asked. 10 marks, no. Rectification, whenever it comes to 10 marks, we have seen. It's little tricky. But if it's for 5 marks, they give silly ones. Silly only this also. Everything is silly. Yes, can we go into 7? Done? Now, 7th one. 500 due from Mr. Manas was omitted to be taken to the trial balance. We had this error in the study material. Omitted to be taken in the trial balance. That means in the trial balance, Mr. Manas is not there. Mr. Manas is debtor or creditor? Mr. Manas is debtor or creditor? Due from, they said. That means we are supposed to get money. So what we will do? Mr. Manas, or basically debtor account debited. How much? 500. 500. Now, what is the credit? We don't know. Only one side is missed, no? So, to suspense account, 500. They forgot to put this in the trial balance. So, you will put it now. You will create the ledger. But credit nothing is there. So, suspense account. Sale of goods to Mr. Deep for 6,000 was omitted to be recorded. Can you find something easier than that? Tell me. Sale of goods to Mr. Deep omitted to be recorded. What should be the entry? Debtor account debited. How much? 6,000 to P&L adjustment 6,000. Debtor account debited to P&L adjustment 6,000. Next. What next? Done. That's it. You are required to give journal entries to rectify the errors in a way so as to show the current year's profit or loss correctly. in a way to show the current year's profit or loss correctly, they are telling. What are they telling? Indirectly, again they are telling you don't affect current year's profit. That means again they are telling you don't write sale, purchase and all that. Put it to P&L adjustment only. Yes, these are your rectification entries. No, not necessary. Not required. Again, they told in a such a way that you don't miss that P&L adjustment part. This P&L adjustment, where will it go ultimately? It will be reduced from capital only. I mean, reduced or added to capital. So you will prepare P&L. In P&L, whatever profit comes, that goes to capital. P&L adjustment, whatever is there, that will go to capital. So now, person looking will know this profit is because of last year's error, or this loss is because of last year's error. Done? Are you solving together? Okay. 8th one, huh? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's basically like we are sitting here and writing the mock test. Hey, where is Sam? Second half. RTP, he doesn't want MTP. He'll come directly for RTP. Huh? What? No. But he'll miss almost 60% of MTP he'll miss. No. Yeah. RTP many are repetitive. You see. MTP only we have work. RTP many are repetitive. I'm not going to solve everything, obviously. Yes. Huh? Yeah, if you solve everything. We have solved many things in class only, no? We'll discuss the key areas so that you don't miss that point in the exam. Adjustments. Yes, let's go to question number 2B. Just now 10 marks for rectification. 10 marks for BRS. See the weightage. And see, prepare bank reconciliation statement. That means no adjusted cash book, directly BRS. Yes. Now, bank passbook of account number 7749. Does it matter to us? No. Of Miss Tina showed an overdraft of 1,34,300. Overdraft. Okay. The ongoing through the passbook, the accountant found the following. So now what is your starting point? 2B. What is your starting point? OD balance as per passbook. What is the OD balance? 1,34,300. 1,34,300. Okay, you know after this some things will be added, some things will be subtracted. Yes. Now, we should think from whose angle now? Starting point is what? Passbook, bank. A check of 4320 credited in the passbook on 28th March being dishonored is debited again in the passbook on 1st April. There was no entry in the cash book about the dishonor of the check until 15th April. Shh. Yes, try this. Yesterday only we did BRS. Try the first 2-3 points. Add, minus. One second. Wait 1 second. I think now it should be fine. It's still the edge now. Yes, try. We have done this. Yesterday only we finished BRS endpoint. What should this be? Plus or minus? Plus or minus? Minus, sir. Sure. No effect. No difference only. No difference. See what they told. Check of 4320 credited in the passbook on 28th March. Credited in the passbook means check received or check dishonored? Check received. Credited means what? Check received. Being dishonored is debited again. If it is dishonored, you should debit the passbook. No. In the passbook on 1st April, there was no entry in the cash book about the dishonor till 15th April. So, passbook also no entry about dishonor. Cash book also no entry about dishonor. What BRS are you going to do? Debited in the? Yes. 1st April. Yeah, we are preparing on 31st March. We are preparing BRS on 31st March. What? Okay. Check is received. This is your cash book. This is your passbook. In cash book, if it is debited, in passbook it will be credited. What is the amount? 4,320. Okay. In cash book already it is debited 4,320. Correct. In passbook 4,320 is credited. Correct. That is done. This is for receiving the check. Receiving check. Check is dishonored, bounced. So what happens? Passbook, what they should do? They should debit it. 4,320. Debit it. And they have debited on 1st April. Cash book also we have to credit it now. And in cash book we have passed the entry 4,320 credit. And we have passed this entry on 15th April. What BRS will you do? What BRS will you do? Both are next year, no. If one you do it this year and one you do in the next year, then BRS, no. This is not causing difference only. Are you getting my point? Did you get this? Entry for receiving check, both the people have passed. No effect, no nothing to be shown in BRS. Entry for reversal, that is check bouncing. One person has passed on 1st April, one person has passed on 15th April. Will it cause a difference? No, no difference. Are you getting this? I hope you got it. Let me know if you have any doubt before we go. The rest of the things we'll see what it is, but this one is something you have to think. Everything given is not error always. Is this clear? Any doubt about plus minus? Not plus also, not minus also. You have to be careful with the dates. We are preparing BRS on 31st March. On 31st March, if there is a difference causing item, I also didn't pass entry, they also didn't pass entry. How will it cause difference on 31st March? Clear? Next. You will not write it on in BRS. At the end, you can write a note telling that this is not going to cause any difference. You will write a note. If you don't write the note, also no problem, because it's not there in BRS. You can write a note telling that this check will not cause any difference between passbook and cash book, as both have passed the entries in April. Is the first point clear? Second point. Bankers had credited to her account with 11,200 for interest collected by them on her behalf, but the same has not been entered in the cash book. Not been entered in the cash book. Bank, we are starting with passbook, no? We are starting with passbook. If you credit the interest, what will happen to balance? Balance will reduce. So what will you do? You will also reduce. Balance will reduce. You will also reduce. Why? You started with passbook. Huh? Yes, balance reduced. Starting point is passbook. Ending point is cash book. And movement method. Passbook. Balance went down. Oh, wait. We are starting with passbook. I am only telling ulta. Yes, add. Correct. It is not there in cash book. Interest received. Correct. Seeing interest, I was thinking like interest paid. Interest received. How much is the interest received? 11,200. 11,200 will be added. I hope it's clear. Now next one is like pretty obvious one, no? Which we always see. Out of the 82,000 paid in by Miss Tina in cash and by checks on 31st March 2024, check amounting to 30,000 were collected on 7th April. What is this? Check deposited or check issued? Check deposited but not credited. Check deposited means who has passed the entry? Cash book, the entry is passed. Cash book, what did they do? Deposit means balance has gone down. What will you do now? You will also reduce it. Okay, starting with passbook. Check deposited, not credited. How much? 30,000. I hope it's clear. Next. Okay, next one. Out of the checks amounting to 31,200 drawn by her on 27th March 2024, a check for 10,000 was encashed on 3rd April. Checks drawn means checks issued or check deposited. Check issued. How much they issued? 31,200. We are not bothered about that. Check for 10,000 was encashed. That means check issued 10,000, but it is presented for payment in the next month. So what will happen if you issue the check? If you issue the check, balance will increase. In cash book, balance will increase. Passbook, the balance has not increased. So you will just add it. Check issued, not presented. How much? 10,000. Check issued, not presented, 10,000. Next. Bankers seem to have given her wrong credit for 2,000 paid in by her in account number 8675 and a wrong debit in respect of a check of 1,200 against her account of 8765. What is this 8765? That is her account number. Which account number we are talking about? 7749. Which account we are talking about? 7749. Here they are talking about 8765. What should happen? What should happen? Banker seems to have given here wrong credit for 2,000 paid in by her in account number 8765 and wrong debit in respect of check of 1,200 against her account number 8765. What to do? No entry, No, there is entry. It is wrong credit, wrong debit. Now are you worried about that 8765? No. Why? They said the credit was supposed to be about that account, but they put it over here. See over here. Seems to have given here wrong credit and wrong debit. Some other account of hers, they were supposed to put the money and they were supposed to remove the money, but by mistake they put in this account. Now that will cause a difference. Now tell me one thing, 2,000 rupees, if they have given wrong credit, that means balance what happened? Balance decreased. OD balance. Balance decreased. So what will you do? You will add it. Wrong credit in passbook. How much? 2,000. I hope it's clear. Wrong credit in passbook 2,000. So obviously wrong debit will be debit in passbook 1,200. Wrong debit in passbook 1,200. Is this clear? Are you clear with this? Yes. Next, we'll go into the next one. A check for 4,000 entered in the cash book but omitted to be banked on 31st March 2024. Check entered in the cash book but omitted to be banked. That means what? Did we receive the check or pay the check? What we are doing? Did we receive the check or pay the check? How do we know it? Is it check deposited or check issued? What did we do? Where did we enter it? Cash book we have entered. How do we know it is deposit? $30. Think. Plus minus you will do later. First you have to understand the sentence. Minus y. Plus y. Less y. Both answers you need. Check entered in cash book means balance has increased or balance has decreased? Balance has decreased. Decreased. Less is correct. Balance has decreased. So passbook is the starting point. What you will do? You will also decrease. Are you getting my point? Now the word to be seen is banked. If at all it was a check which is issued, no, the word that they would tell is presented. Are you getting my point? The word to be seen is banked. Because they said banked, that means we are depositing the check. If they would tell presented, that means we have issued the check. Are you getting this? So now, check is deposited. How much? 4,000. We have OD balance. OD balance will reduce or increase? It will reduce. Passbook is the starting point. They have not done it. So what we will do? We will also reduce it. Check deposit, not banked. 4,000. Next, can we go further? I'll go to the next three. Bills receivable for 20,800 previously dishonored. Discount 800 with the bank. Had been dishonored, but advice was received on 1st April. Discount 800. Why are they telling? That means earlier it was a discounted bill. Bill was discounted. Now it is dishonored. So what will happen? What will happen? Bank has removed money from your account. Removed money means balance has increased because it is OD balance. It is increased. In cash book you have not passed entry. We are starting with what? Passbook. In passbook if the entry is there, so what will you do? Less. Check dishonored. Check dishonored, not entered in cash book. 20,800. Can I go to the question? Check dishonored. Where did they pass the entry? Passbook. Passbook, they removed the money. Removed the money means balance increased. Starting point is passbook. Next, can we go further? A bill for 40,000 was retired, paid by the bank under a rebate of 700, but the full amount of the bill was credited in the bank column of the cash book. Bill retired means what? We have had such situations where discount. Okay, bill retired, paid by the bank. Paid by the bank under a rebate. That means you have made the payment. You have not received the money, you have made the payment. How much is paid? 39,300 because 700 is rebate. But the full amount of the bill was credited in the bank column of the cash book. So in bank column you have put 40,000. This will cause a difference of 700. 700 you have credited in the cash book. That means what? Cash book, what happens to the balance? Balance increases. Balance increases in the cash book. OD balance, OD balance, OD balance. OD balance. If you are putting one payment, balance will go up. Your payment was only 39,300, but you have made a payment of 40,000. So extra payment of 700. Extra payment means OD balance will increase. We are starting with passbook. So you also add this rebate. I hope it's clear. Hand movement also. Rebate entered in bank column. 700. Can we go further? Last one. A check of 9,600 deposited into bank but omitted to be recorded in cash book and collected by the bank on 31st March. Check deposited, omitted to be recorded in the cash book. So where the deposit has happened? In the passbook. In passbook, what did they do? Balance decreases. So you will add the balance because you are starting with passbook only. So check deposited, not entered in cash book. How much is it? 9,600. One lakh 11,000. So first you finish calculating. No? Yes, can we go further? Any doubt in this one? In this one, the main thing is this one. This point. Anybody still writing the solution? No, right? Yes, can we go further? So can you see 10 marks rectification, 10 marks BRS, easy 20 marks. And in the first true or false also, one was little tricky about the depreciation and repair. Other than that, 8 marks. Yes. Next question, 3A. 3A, 10 marks question. See, look at the question. Small question, fully fitting. Yes, no? Yes. Lucky does not maintain proper books of accounts. When you start with that sentence only, you should understand that this is a incomplete record situation. However, he maintains a record of his bank transactions and also is able to give the following information from which you are required to prepare his final accounts for the year 2023. That means they are following calendar year 2023. Look at the information that they have given. Debtors 1,02,500 dash. Does it mean 0? Yes, you have to put question mark, no? Otherwise, we don't know. Creditors dash and 46,000 stock. Obviously, there is no bills receivable, bills payable. One ledger pakka. Creditors ledger, 2 ledgers you have to do. Stock will go into trading account. Bank balance, 3 ledgers for sure. Fixed assets, you have to see, observe this also. The values have changed. So there can be one purchase, there can be depreciation calculation. Received from debtors. Additional capital brought in. Sale of fixed assets. Paid to creditors. Expenses paid. Personal drawings. Purchase of fixed assets. Sale of fixed assets, purchase of fixed assets. Obviously depreciation is also there. No cash transactions took place during the year. That means no cash account. See, that's why only bank balance is there over here. You can just calculate it also. No need to fixed assets account. You can calculate it. Because closing balance is there. Goods are sold at cost plus 25%. Cost of goods sold was 2,60,000. Cost of goods sold was 2,60,000. Simple question. 10 marks. Debtors account we have to prepare. Creditors account we have to prepare. Bank account we have to prepare. That, no change in that. Yes, 3A. What is it? 3A. Get ready. With debtors ledger. Debtors account. Creditors account. Bank account. Keep the 3 ledgers ready. Debtors, creditors, bank. See, this is little irritating by the institute, but this is not dash, that is question marks actually. Balance is there. Don't think that debtor closing balance is 0. There is balance. We should find, They could have put question mark instead of putting dash. Simply irritation it will be for you. But three things you have to find. Now debtors, tell me, do we have the opening balance of debtor? Yes, how much is the opening balance of debtor? 2 balance brought down 1,02,500. Do we have the closing balance given right now? No, we have to calculate by balance carried down. We'll see later. Creditors, do we have the opening balance? No, we don't have the opening balance. So by balance brought down, we don't know. But do we know the closing balance? 2 balance carried down. What is the closing balance? 46,000 is the closing balance. Is this clear? Bank, what is missing? Do we have the opening balance of bank? No. 2 balance brought down. We don't know the opening balance of bank. But is there a balance? We don't know. We have to check that. 2 balance brought down. Do we know the closing balance? Yes. By balance carried down. How much? 50,000, huh? Yes. Clear with this much? Now, what do we do next? Details of the transactions. What transaction? First one, received from debtors. What is entry? Bank account debited to debtors account. Bank account debited to debtors account. How much? 3 lakh? 3,40,000. Bank account debited. Go into debtors account. You'll write by bank account 3,40,000. Next, additional capital brought in. Bank account debited to capital account. Bank account debited to capital account. How much? 5,000. Remember when you prepare balance sheet to add that. Next, sale of fixed assets. Book value 2,500 and it is sold for 1,750. Luckily they didn't tell you which date it is sold. So you don't have to worry about depreciation till the date of sale and all that. Are you getting this? So directly you know that loss is there over here only. But right now we don't need the loss. Right now what we need? Sold for 1,750. What should be the entry? Bank account debited. Bank account debited to fixed assets. 1,750. Sale of fixed assets. Is this clear? Next, paid to creditors. What should be the entry for paid to creditors? Creditors account debited to bank account. Creditors account debited to bank account. How much? 2,80,000. Creditors account debited to bank account 2,80,000. Go into bank and write by creditors account 2,80,000. I hope it's clear. Okay, regular ones. Expenses paid 49,250. What should be the entry? Expense account debited to bank account. So you'll write by expenses 49,250. Next, personal drawings. What should be the entry? Drawings account debited to bank account. You'll write by drawings. How much? 25,000. Next, purchase of fixed assets. What should be the entry? Fixed assets account debited to bank account. You'll write by fixed assets 5,000. 5,000. That is it. Then they have told that cost of goods sold is 2,60,000. Why did they tell you cost of goods sold? Why did they tell you cost of goods sold? You can calculate sales. See what and all is missing here. In debtors account, opening balance is there. Closing balance is not there. Amount received is there. What is missing? 2 sales. So if I can find the sales, the closing balance automatically I'll get. Now, going into creditors ledger, opening balance is there. Opening balance is there. Opening balance is not there. Closing balance is there. And amount paid is there. What is missing? by purchases. This is missing. If you can find that, you will get the opening balance. Bank account, everything is done now. Everything is done. Why not? No, other than that. Sales will not affect our bank. Why? No cash transactions. Everything is credit sales, credit purchase. Amount paid by debtors, amount paid to creditors. All that we know. To debtors by creditors. Are you getting this? Depreciation will not affect us if it is there also. Can you find the situation with the bank? Use your calculator, find the bank balance. Check if it is tallying. If it is tallying, no opening balance. If it is not tallying, opening balance. Why do we need the opening balance? That you tell me first. Let's assume I don't have opening balance. Why do I need the opening balance? To prepare opening balance sheet. That time I can find the capital. Without that I cannot proceed further. Yes. Balancing figure. 62,500 is the balancing figure. Clear? Bank is done. Debtors creditor. Now debtors creditor I cannot proceed without finding the sales. How can I find sales? How can I find sales? Do I know cost of goods sold? Yes, sir. Cost of goods sold plus profit is sales. Sales is equal to cost of goods sold plus profit. Correct? What is the cost of goods sold? Directly given in the question, 2,60,000. 2,60,000 is the cost of goods sold. Plus, what did they tell the profit percentage is? Goods are sold at cost plus 25%. Cost plus 25%. Can I directly add 25%? Can I add 25% or should I change the percentage? Add. Why? Percentage is also given on cost. What we have with us is also cost. We have cost only with us. We have the percentage on cost only. So just add it. 3,25,000 is your sales. Go into your debtors account. You know the sales now, 3,25,000. Can't you find the closing balance now? 3,25,000 plus 1,02,500. 87,000. Fill it up. 87,500. I hope it's clear. Debtors, you got the closing balance, so you can prepare closing balance sheet easily. Any doubt with this? Now, creditors. We can't go into creditors before finding purchase, no? Cost of goods sold has one formula. What is that formula? Opening stock plus purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. Cost of goods sold, we already know it is 2,60,000. Opening stock, is it given to me in the question? Yes. Opening stock, is it given to me in the question? Yes. How much? 50,000. Opening stock, 50,000. Purchase, is it given to me in the question? No. That's what we are trying to find. Purchases. Direct expense, is it given to in the question? No. Nothing. No wages, nothing. Zero. I'll take it as zero. Minus closing stock, is it given in the question? Yes. 62,500. 62,500. Therefore, now what will be the purchase? 2,60,000 minus 50,000 plus 62,500. 2,72,500 is your purchase. Are you following all this? Obviously, I can't go slower than this. This is the last day. Okay, 2,72,500. Now, what will I do? Go into creditors ledger and put 2,72,500. When? How much? That is opening balance. 53,500. Enter these ledgers. Now what is left? What's my next step? Opening statement of affairs, trading account, P&L account, balance sheet. Now understand, everything has a purpose or reason. Why did we prepare debtors account? Closing balance is not there. Closing balance is not there. But why couldn't we find the closing balance directly? Because sales was also not there. This was through the working note which we got. Why did we prepare creditors account? Creditors account also, what was missing? Opening balance was not there. That was the balancing figure. But along with opening balance, what was missing? Purchases. Purchases we got from working note. Clear? Bank. Bank, what is the situation? Opening balance was not there. So opening balance was the balancing figure. Why do we need opening balances? To prepare opening statement of affairs. Why do we need closing balances? To prepare the closing balance sheet. Clear? Sales purchase, why do we need? To prepare trading account. All these through the working note we got. Now before we go into trading P&L, what is the first thing we will do? Statement of affairs. Statement of affairs as at 1st January. Yeah? What is the date that I have given? 1st January 2023. 1st January 2023. Now, first thing. First thing is your debtors. Do we have the debtor balance? Yes. Where did we get it from? Not from the question. We just found it. Not from the question. Debtors closing. Oh, opening balance. Sorry, sir. Opening balance. What is the debtors opening balance? 1,02,500. 1,02,500. Next, creditors. Do we know the opening balance? Yes. Did we just find it? How much? 53,500. Next, stock. Do we know the opening balance sheet? How much? 50,000. And after stock, the next thing, bank balance. Do we know the opening bank balance?
Yes, sir.
Did we find it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How much was that? 62,500. After that, the next thing is fixed assets. Already given 7,500. Fixed assets 7,500. I think that should be it. No outstanding, no prepaid. All that also can be there. Capital will be the balancing figure. One lakh 1,69,000 is your capital. Clear? Using this capital we can go further. I hope it's clear till here. Only few items are going to be there in your trading P&L anyways. Can I go further? Yes, let's go further. Trading and P&L account for the year ended 31st December 2023. Okay, listen. First, we start with opening stock. Do we know the opening stock? How much is the opening stock? 50,000. Opening stock is 50,000. Do we know purchases? We didn't know it, but we just found it. How much is the purchases? 2,72,500. Purchase 2,72,500. Do we have any direct expense? No. Buy. Sales. Did we find the sales? How much is sales? 3,25,000. 3,25,000. Buy. Closing stock. Was it already given? Yes. How much? 62,000? 62,500. All the items are there. Gross profit also, you know. Gross profit carried down. That was already found out that time only. It was actually 62,000. That time we added gross profit and got sales. No. There only we know the gross profit. We don't need to come till here. If you check also, you'll get the same thing. 65,000. Huh? What is the difference between these two? Oh, okay. Difference between these two is 65,000 only. Not 62,500. 65. 65,000. So what will happen? By gross profit brought down 65,000. Is this clear till here? Yes, can we go further? Now, tell me, other things. Received from debtors will not come to my P&L. Additional capital brought in will not come into my P&L. Sale of fixed assets, book value 2,500, sold for 1,750. What is this? 750 is the loss. So what you will do, go into the P&L and write to loss on sale. Correct? Loss on sale is 750. I hope you know this. Next, after that, paid to creditors, not a P&L item. Expenses paid, is it P&L item? Yes. You will write to expenses 49,250. Next, you have personal drawings, it's not a P&L item. Purchase of fixed assets, not a P&L item. Only other thing that is remaining is to find the depreciation. Working note. What is the opening balance of fixed assets? Opening balance of fixed asset is 7,500. 7,500. What is the purchase of fixed assets? 5,000 is the purchase of fixed assets. What is minus sale? How much goes? 2,500, not 1,750, because book value that is going out is 2,500. If you are remembering the machinery account, you will write on the credit side, by bank 1,750, by P&L 750. Total amount that went is 2,500. So sale is 2,000, book value that went out is 2,500. When you do that, you should get a closing balance of 10,000, no? 10,000. What is the value? What is the closing balance? What is the closing balance in the question? 9,000. After adding the purchase and removing the sale, it should actually be 10,000, but the closing balance is 9,000. That means it is depreciation of 1,000. Depreciation of 1,000. Clear? Go into the P&L, write to depreciation 1,000. Let me know if there is any doubt. After that, you should get the profit 65,000 minus 750 minus 49,250 minus 1,000. 14,000 is the profit to net profit carried forward to balance sheet. Net profit carried forward to balance sheet. Did everybody get this net profit? Can I go further? What next? Final thing to be done, balance sheet. Balance sheet as at 31st of December 2023. 31st of December 2023. First thing on the balance sheet asset side. Do we know fixed assets? How much? 9,000. Just now we calculated, no? Just now we saw that. Then we have debtors. Do we know the closing balance of debtors? Yes. That was not given in the question, but we have found out. What was the closing balance of debtors? 87,500. After debtors, the next item given in the question is creditors. Creditors, already the closing balance is given. How much is the closing balance? Creditors, 46,000. Next, after creditors, the next thing that is there over there is stock. Stock already given 62,000. 62,500. Next thing after stock is bank balance. Bank balance is how much? 50,000. Bank balance 50,000. After bank balance fixed asset that we have already entered. Now next thing that we need to check is capital. What was the opening balance of capital? 1,69,000. We only found out 1,69,000 plus additional capital. Additional capital given in the question. Additional capital brought in is 5,000. So add that 5,000 minus drawings. That is also told in the question. They said personal expenses. How much? 25,000 is the personal drawings. 25,000 plus net profit. How much is the net profit? 14,000. 1 lakh 63. 2,09,000. That should be your balance sheet. Let me know which part you want. MTP? Compared to study material. Yeah. I told you, when solving study material only, they cannot ask such big questions. But which part of that will come in the MTP or in the exam, we don't know. So you need to know the treatment of every part over there. See, like giving gross profit percentage and asking you to find the purchases and all, it was there over there. And plus they have asked for 10 marks. So obviously they have to give little small one, 10 mark question it is. Okay, all the things I'm just keeping it open. You can just have a look. Debtors and creditors. If at all something is missed. Done now? Can we go further? After that, bank balance. I hope there is no confusion there. Everyone got it? That was 3A. 3B. Let's go into 3B. Your favorite part is here. Your favorite part is here. 3B. Arun, Varun and Tarun are in partnership, sharing profits and losses equally. That means 1:1:1. Somewhere this might be of use. So let's remember it. Tarun died on 30th June 2023. Tarun died on 30th June 2023. Balance sheet of the firm as at 31st March 2023. That means previous year balance sheet we have, and after 3 months Tarun has died. Stood as follows. Look at the balance sheet. You have creditors, general reserve, capital account of Arun, Varun, Tarun, and land and building, investment, stock in trade, trade receivable, less provision, cash in hand, cash at bank. Regular items only in the balance sheet. There is nothing new. Okay, in order to arrive at the balance due to Tarun. Now you have to pay Tarun, no. It was mutually agreed that land and building will be valued at 1,75,000. Straight away it will go into revaluation account. Debtors were all good. No provision is required. This will also go to revaluation account. Stock is revalued. That is also going to revaluation account. 3 things in revaluation account. Goodwill will be valued at 1 year's purchase of the average profit of the past 5 years. Tarun's share of goodwill be adjusted in the accounts of Arun and Varun. That we anyways do. 1 year's purchase of average profit of how many years? Last 5 years. Tarun's share of, this is your goodwill calculation which has to be done. Okay. Tarun's share of profit from 1st April 2023 to the date of death be calculated on the basis of average profit of the preceding 3 years. Have you done this before? Yes, but can you see the fun here? Here average profit of the past 5 years. For the purpose of calculating profit on the day till the date of death, no. Average profit of the previous 3 years. Be careful. Don't think that, one place I already found the average profit, that one only I'll use. No, that average profit only is different. Profit for the preceding 5 years ended 1st March, where? Actually 31st March it should be. 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020 and 2019. We are in which year? We are in 2023. Last 5 years profit all are given to you. One place you will take the average profit of 5 years, one place you will take the average profit of 3 years. Can you see there is no given trend there? So average profit means simple average only. You are required to, you. Okay, revaluation account. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, capital account of partners and balance sheet of the firm as at 1st July. Let's do it now. Partnership and all will not take risk. We'll do it now. They didn't ask me to do it. They asked you to do it. So you will do it. Start. Start. Revaluation account shouldn't be a problem. 3 points. Start. You are going against the trend today. Question, I'm keeping it open. Huh? That time it looked easy only, no? Okay, I'll do it. Question what? 3B? What was it? 3B. 3B. First thing what we are supposed to do? Wait. Yeah, but for revaluation account, why I need goodwill calculation? Revaluation account I'll do, no? Okay, revaluation account. Land and building revalued to 1,75,000. How much was land and building? 1,50,000. So increase or decrease? Increase. So what will we write in the revaluation account? By land and building account 25,000. 1,75,000 minus 1,50,000. I hope it's clear. There shouldn't be any problem with this one. Very, very regular revaluation. At least some 20 times you would have done revaluation in the entire partnership chapter. Okay. Debtors were all good. No provision required. How much is the provision? How much is the provision? 2,000. Not required. So provision going away is what? Again profit only by provision for doubtful debts 2,000. Why? Provision is a liability. Liability is reduced. If liability is reduced, what will be the entry? Provision account debited to revaluation account. Next, after that we have one more thing. Stock is revalued at 13,500. How much is stock? 15,000. It is revalued to 13,500. So what will happen? Revaluation account debited because it's loss. Revaluation account debited to stock account. 15,000 minus 13,500. That makes it 1,500. 1,500. Now, do we have a profit? Of course. Do we have any other item in revaluation account? Can you see any more? Only goodwill calculation is the other thing. So, directly you will write to partners capital account. Who are the partners? Arun, Varun, Tarun. How much is the profit? 25,500. Will it be shared? What ratio it will be shared? Equally. So 8,500, 8,500 and 8,500. 8,500, 8,500, 8,500 shouldn't be a problem. I'll give you 30 seconds. Quickly write it. Then we'll go further into next partners capital account. Easy question only for 10 marks. They could have added more things. Interest on capital, that they didn't do. Drawings they could have added there. Interest on drawings, all those things were there. Joint life policy could have been added. Not there. If they want to make it, I'm telling you how they can make it tricky. Don't be happy with the easy question. That question might be the tricky one in the exam with more adjustments. Can we go further? Yes, what next? Partners capital account. Partners capital account. We cannot complete it. Arun, Varun, Tarun. Arun, Varun, Tarun. We cannot complete it. Why? Because goodwill calculation is required. So first thing when you start partners capital account, what is the first thing? By balance. By balance brought down. What is the balance? 1,75,000, 75,000. 1,75,000 and 75,000. Is this clear? Yes. Is there reserves? That's the next thing always you should think of. Is there reserves? Yes. How much? 12,000. Reserves will be shared in what ratio? Capital ratio or sacrificing ratio? Capital ratio or sacrificing ratio? Old profit sharing ratio. By reserves. 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. 4,000, 4,000, 4,000 equal it was. After that, next revaluation. Revaluation, we got a profit, no? By revaluation account, 8,500, 8,500, 8,500. Clear? After this, only thing that is remaining is goodwill to be computed and also profit to be computed. Now, no problem till here, no? Yes. Now, working note for goodwill. Working note for goodwill. Now, usually you have seen such situations in the past where profits are given and they have specifically told this profit is before remuneration and before interest. That also can happen here, nothing like that directly. We have to see all the bad things. What can happen? Yes, 25,000 plus 20,000 plus 22,500. 25,000 plus 20,000 plus 22,500 plus what are the other 2 years? 35,000 and 28,750. 35,000 plus 28,750. The whole thing divided by 5 years. How much? 20,000. 26,250. How many years purchase? 1 year's purchase. Therefore, goodwill will be 26,250 into 1. 26,250. 26,250 into 1. 26,250. Will we give this 26,250 fully to the person who died? Who is the partner who died? Arun, Varun or Tarun? Tarun died, no? So 26,250 into what is Tarun's share? 1 by 3. This will be Tarun's share of goodwill, 8,750. Is this clear till here? Now 8,750 will be given to Tarun, no? By whom? Arun and Varun. Do we have to even worry about the sacrificing ratio? No, old ratio was equal, now also equal, sacrificing ratio also will be equal. So 8,750 will be shared in the ratio of 1:1 between Arun and Tarun. So 8,750 divided by 2, 4,375. 4,375. You should tell me what should be the entry. Arun's account, capital account debited. Tarun's capital account debited. Arun's capital account debited. Varun's capital account debited to Tarun's capital account. So here you will write to Tarun's capital account 4,375. 4,375. Clear? Then what you are going to write? By Arun's capital account 4,375 by Varun's capital account 4,375. Is this clear till here? Yes. So 4,375, 4,375. Two things we have put. Now what next? Goodwill is done. What is the last thing that is remaining? Profit share till the date of death. That has to be given, no? Profit share till the date of death. Working note. Profit share till the date of death. Profit share till the date of death, how are you going to calculate? Average profit for 3 years, not 5 years, 3 years. Where did they tell? Specifically, Tarun's share of profit, this point, from 1st April 2023 to the date of death be calculated on the basis of average profit of the preceding 3 years. For goodwill, average profit of preceding 5 years. So here only 3 years. 25 plus 20 plus 22,500. 25,000 plus 20,000 plus 22,500 divided by 3 years. This is the average. This is the average profit, correct? Full thing will give to Tarun only. How much will give to Tarun? Into 1 by 3. Value 7,500 shall we give to Tarun? Shall we give to Tarun 7,500? No, why? Because that Tarun died on what date? 30th June. No, till the date of death only. We have had questions where they have told give profit till the end of the year, but not here. So into 3 by 12, that gives us 1875. What is the entry for this 1875? That time you were telling no P&L adjustment. You got confused between P&L adjustment and P&L suspense. So to clear your confusion, here they have given. Are you getting my point? So now what will you do? By P&L. Can you write adjustment here? No problem. They will not cut marks. But better to write suspense. P&L suspense, how much? 1875. Now, anywhere in the question, did they tell you that they are going to pay the retiring partners, executors immediately? No. So first what you will do? Transfer to T's executors account. It will be treated as a loan. Balancing figure. Find out. $98,125. 98,125. Remaining partners are still there, no? Remaining partners are still there, so balance will be carried down. 1 lakh plus 4,000 plus 8,500 minus 4,375. 1 lakh 8,125. What about Varun? 75,000 plus 4,000 plus 8,500 minus 4,375. 83,125. 83,125. This should be the balance. After this, we have only one thing to be done in this question. What is that? Balance sheet. Balance sheet as at what date? On what date? Starting of the year, end of the year? No, on the date of death. Not starting of the year also, end of the year also. On 30th June they have asked. On the date of death. Balance sheet as at 30th June 2023, right? Yes. Always look at the old balance sheet. Old balance sheet, first item is what? Land and building. Is it still there? Is it still there? Yes. But it is there at a new value. That is 1,75,000. We have done the revaluation. Remember. After land and building, next thing is investment. Investment, is it still there? Yes. Have you done any revaluation? No. Directly you will write investments. How much? 65,000. Next. Stock in trade, 15,000. Is it still there? Yes. Any revaluation? Yes. 13,500. Remember, we had done the revaluation for stock. Next. Trade receivable, 35,000. Is it still there? Yes. Is there provision for that? No. We have removed the provision. So, trade receivable will be at 35,000 only. Trade receivable, 35,000. Next. Cash in hand, cash at bank. Is it still there? Yes. Did you make any payment in this 3 months? Nothing. We don't know. Cash, how much? 7,000. And bank balance is? 12,000. I hope it's clear. Now, creditors, are they still there? Have you made any changes to them? No. How much is creditors? 20,000. After creditors, next thing, general reserve is still there? No, general reserve already distributed to partners, gone. Capital account, do we have capital account of all the partners? No, only Arun and Varun. Tarun's executors. Tarun's executors account. How much is it? We had calculated, no? 98,125. Then we have capital account. In capital we have Arun, and Varun. How much is Arun? 1,81,000. 1,08,125. 1,08,125 and Tarun is 83,000. Balance sheet has to tally. There is no other option. 3 lakh. Suspense is there. P&L suspense. How much is the suspense? 1,875. Yes. P&L suspense. 3 lakh. How did it tally for you without putting the suspense? Huh? It should not tally, no, actually. So once skills. That's why always you should check both sides. Then only you will be confirmed that that is the answer. You checked only liability side, no? 1875 was missing there. 3,09,375 shouldn't be a problem. 10 mark question in the exam. Can appear from death of a partner. Once I want to see what is the next question. Oh, question number 3 is done. So 1, 2, 3 done. Now we have 4, 5, 6 to go. Question number 4. 4A. Okay, let's go to 4A. Amar, Akbar and Anthony are in partnership. The following is their balance sheet as at 31st March 2024, on which date they dissolved their partnership. They shared profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. This is their profit sharing ratio. Clear? Now, liabilities. You have creditors, loan, capital account, plant and machinery, premises, stock, debtors. All this is there. Guys, let's continue. Now, it was agreed to repay the amounts due to the partners as and when the assets were realized. 3 dates. Prepare a statement showing how the distribution to be made under maximum loss method. Maximum loss method, they have told. I told you when you had 4 or 5 installments and all in the study material, they will reduce the number of installments to shorten the question. Clear? What are we going to do? Question number 4A, right? 4A. Statement showing distribution of cash under which method? Under maximum loss method. Statement showing distribution of cash under maximum loss method. So what we are going to have first? Particulars. Clear? After that, whom and all we are supposed to pay? Look into the question. We are supposed to pay creditors. We are supposed to pay Amar's loan. Will we pay Amar's loan first or together? We'll pay Amar's loan first, no? First we'll pay creditor. Obviously, outside has liability first, inside has liability next, then inside has capital. So after that you have Amar, Akbar and Anthony. So you need 5 columns. Creditors, Amar's loan, Amar, Akbar, Anthony. First, how do we always start? How do we start? Maximum loss method, piecemeal distribution. How do we start? Balance due. We always write the balance due first. How much is the balance? Creditors 80,000, Amar's loan 20,000. Creditors 80,000, Amar's loan 20,000. Next, Amar, Akbar, Anthony 1,30,000 and 90,000. 1 lakh for Amar, 90,000. Sorry, I missed the number. Sorry, 30,000, 1,30,000 and 90,000. 1,30,000 and 90,000. Now, what do we start with? First installment. First installment. How much money did we get in our first installment? Do we have cash in the balance sheet? No. What more things could have happened in this question? We could have seen that we have to give remuneration at the rate of 10% on amount realized, then remuneration at the rate of 1% on amount distributed to partners. Do you remember that question? So when you give to partner, what we will do? You will do, if it is 10%, you will do 10 divided by 1 by 10. Are you getting this? We had this question. I hope you remember. 60,000 you got. No cash. If there was cash, tell me what and all possibilities. Cash will be there over here. That cash also we have to add. And then they will tell amount to be kept aside for dissolution expenses. That amount you have to keep it in the side. Clear? So 60,000. Amount received is 60,000. Whom will you pay? Amount received 60,000. Do you have money to pay partners? When do we start with maximum loss method? Maximum loss method will start only when we start paying partners. Clear? Here we have 60,000. How much is the creditor balance? 80,000. Just put 60,000 into creditor. We don't have any money to pay anyone else. That should be it. That time you will have the balance due. Balance due 20,000. What about Amar? 20,000. What about what is Amar's loan? And what about Amar? 1 lakh. Akbar 30,000. Anthony 90,000. 90,000. Is this clear till here? Next, May. What did we get? Second installment was 1,46,000. We got second installment. Second installment amount received. $1,46,000. Do we have money to pay the creditors? Do we have money? Yes. Full 20,000 you can give? 20,000. Do we have money to pay Amar's loan? Yes, that is also done. 20,000, 0, 0 and 0. That time you will get the balance due. 0, 0, 1 lakh for Amar. 30,000 and 90,000. Now what we will do? We'll check what is the amount available. What is the amount available? 1,06,000 is there. Correct? Now which method are we following? Maximum loss method. Find out the maximum loss. What is the formula for maximum loss? Amount payable to partner minus amount available. Amount payable to partner is 1,30,000 and 90,000. What is the total amount payable to partner? 2,20,000. 2,20,000 minus. What is the amount available? 1,06,000. That means what is the maximum loss? 1,14,000. Is it clear? 1,14,000 is the maximum loss. 2,20,000 minus 1,06,000. 1,14,000. This maximum loss has to be distributed in what ratio? Profit sharing ratio. What is their profit sharing ratio? 5:3:2. So this 1,14,000, whatever we have in hand, that will be distributed. Sorry, the maximum loss that is there will be distributed in the ratio of 5:3:2. So 1,14,000. It will become 57,000, 34,200, and then finally 22,000. 22,800. So this becomes 0, 0, and here we have 43,000. Here what has happened? It has gone into 4,200 negative. 4,200 negative, and here it is 90,000 minus 22,800, 67,200. When there is a deficit, what do we do? When there is a deficit, what do we do? We'll distribute it to the other partners in what ratio? Capital ratio. That is basically Ghana versus Murray. What was their capital? Capital was there in what ratio? Capital was in the ratio of what? 1 lakh and 9 lakh. So 10:9. 10:9. Are you getting this? Not getting? 10:9 is the capital ratio. How? See here, capital 1,90,000. 1,90,000. So it will be distributed in the capital ratio of 10:9. 10:9. 4,200 into 10 by 19. You get how much? 2211. 2211. Here it is going to be 4,200. How much? 1989. You will get some amount, no? Find the amount. 43,000 minus 2211. You will get 40,789. Here it is 0, and here it is 67,200 minus 1989. 65,211. Clear? What is this? What is this? No, this is the amount paid. This is the amount paid. If you total this, no, 40,789 and the other amount, you will get 1,06,000. Remember how much you had in your hand? 1,06,000. This is the amount paid. After you pay the amount, then you will get the balance due. Balance due will be 1 lakh minus 40,789. 59,211. And here it is 30,000. And here this guy 90,000 minus 65,211. 24,789. I hope it's clear. Maximum loss method. Distribute the maximum loss. Remaining amount is the amount paid. Distribute the maximum loss. That time the remaining amount will be the amount paid. In the remaining amount, if someone goes into negative, then Garner versus Murray automatically. Clear? Now, finally we go into third installment. Third installment. What is the amount received? What is the amount received? Amount received, third installment, 94,000. Is it enough to pay everybody and finish it off? Is it enough to pay everyone? No. It is not enough to pay everyone. So what you will do? Again you will do maximum loss. How much is the maximum loss? Can you find out? How much? How to find the maximum loss? Amount payable to partner, 59,211 plus 30,000 plus 24,789. You have 1,14,000 minus amount received is 94,000. So maximum loss is 20,000. 20,000 will be distributed in what ratio? Profit sharing ratio. Profit sharing ratio is 5:3:2. So that will be 10,000, 6,000, 4,000. When you subtract this, is anybody going into negative? When you subtract this, is anybody going into negative? No, nobody is going into negative. So you will get 49,211. You will get 24,000. You will get 20,789. What is this called? What is this called? Amount paid. This is the amount paid. Now whatever you get, will you call it as balance due? Will you call it as balance due? No. Why? Because we don't have any installments coming up. So this will be called as loss of partners, and loss of partners will be 10,000, 6,000, and 4,000. I hope it's clear. If you have not written the table, write it. Easy 10 marks, guys. We have seen more tricky questions in the study material. Easy 10 marks. First you start the question, no, to scroll down. Didn't even start the solution, scroll down it seems. Open the book at least before lying. Let me know which part of the solution you need to see. First part. Yes, Purna, can we go further? Done, no? Let's go further. 59,211 minus 49. I don't know, I'm telling you. 59,211 minus 49,211. Here you told balance due is 59,211. Amount paid is 49,211. Loss is 10,000. 30,000. Amount paid 24,000. Loss is 6,000. 24,789. Amount paid is 27,889. Loss is 4,000. Last installment. Loss should be maximum loss only. No, what you calculated as maximum loss. Now last installment. But anyways, balance due minus amount paid. Already you have kept it for charge. Consistency. Yes, let's go further. Done, no? (4B). Yes, guys. Yes. Let's continue. 4B. The following information of Zara Club are related to the year ended 31st March 2020. Basically, when you see this only, you should understand that it is NPO. In NPO, what do you usually expect to find? Either you have to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet, or receipt and payment and balance sheet. Okay, and always you have to prepare opening balance sheet to find the capital fund. See over here, stock of sports material, opening stock, closing stock. Sports material is there. Amount due for sports material, 6,07,500 amount due. This is the creditor. You have to pay money. Subscription due, subscription received in advance. Subscription received during the year. Payment for sports material made during the year. You are required to ascertain the amount of subscription and sports material that will appear in the income and expenditure account for the year ended, and also show how these items would appear in the balance sheet. 10 mark question. No receipt and payment account, no income and expenditure account. Just they are asking you, show how much subscription. Subscription part you are doing. Sports material I will do. Subscription part you are doing. Find out which to add, which to minus. 4 numbers are there. Start. Scroll up. Ayo. Okay, once I'm just keeping it open, have a look at it quickly. NPO, nice 10 marks question they have asked. What you are expecting versus reality. Yes, let's proceed. Yes, 4B. What did they ask? Subscription. First subscription, then we will see about the sports equipment. Subscription, you should be able to do it. Done, na? Purna. Fast. 10 mark question, see. They only asked you to show the subscription amount that will go to income and expenditure account and the sports material that will go into income and expenditure account. For what? 4B. Got it. 34,56,000. Okay. Subscription received. Subscription received during the year. Subscription received during the year, how much is it? 33,75,000. 33,75,000 is the subscription received during the year. Now before we fill the numbers, now only remember, okay, we are going from receipt and payment to income and expenditure, or income and expenditure to receipt and payment? Receipt and payment to income and expenditure. In income and expenditure, what is the focus? Whatever is related to the year, you will record in that year. So if there is subscription due, what is the year here for us? 31st of March 2024. 31st of March 2024, if there is any subscription due, what should we do? Add. This year's outstanding should be added. Minus subscription due 31st of March 2023. Clear? What about received in advance? Last year's received in advance should be added. Plus subscription received in advance 31st of March 2023. This year's received in advance should be subtracted because it is next year's. Minus subscription received in advance 31st of March 2024. 31st of March 2024. Clear? These things if you do, you'll get the subscription to income and expenditure account. Now find and tell me subscription due this year, how much? 148,500. Subscription due this year is 148,500. Subscription due from last year, how much is last year subscription due? 1,01,250. 1,01,250 should be added or subtracted? Subtracted. 1,01,250. Then subscription received in advance last year, how much? 81,000. Last year received in advance means it is this year's subscription, so you will add. Subscription received in advance 31st of March 2024. This year received in advance means next year's subscription 47,250. Minus that time, are you getting 34,56,000? 34,56,000. 5 marks, maybe 4 marks for this, 4 marks for the next thing, and that balance sheet presentation 2 marks. Easy 10 marks. Can I go to the second part? Before the 12 o'clock break, we should finish MTP. Then after the 12 o'clock break, we'll just discuss the RTP, go through the RTP. If there is anything tricky. Till we finish? RTP I'm not solving. It's not possible to solve. RTP, if there is something tricky, we'll discuss it. MTP almost everything we solved now. Done. Let's go further. Now, what is another thing that they have asked? Sports material that will appear in the income and expenditure account. Now, don't get confused. Many questions, sports equipment, we used to put it to the balance sheet. Suddenly they are asking sports material to the income and expenditure account. Equipment is different, material is different. Sports equipment would have gone to balance sheet only, it's an asset. Sports material is what? Stock. But we don't have any position, any place where we can show stock, no? 1 or 2 questions we had stock situation. What we did? We will not take stock. What will we do? There is no place to put opening stock, closing stock. What will we do? We'll take the cost of material consumed. Remember that last question, big trial balance. Some college or something. Okay, in that cost of material consumed we are going to show. Here also sports material consumed will go to income and expenditure account. Now tell me one thing. How to calculate the material consumed? Computation of sports material consumed. What is the formula for material consumed? Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. Opening stock of sports material. Opening stock of sports material plus purchase of sports material minus closing stock of sports material. If I do all this, that time I will get the material consumed, and material consumed will go into income and expenditure account. Is this clear? Material consumed will go into income and expenditure account. Shh. What is opening stock? Is it given? Opening stock of sports material, spot it in the question and tell me. 6,75,000. Opening stock of sports material 6,75,000. Closing stock of sports material, is it there in the question? How much? 10,12,500. Purchase of sports material, it's there find it in the question. Purchase of sports material, how much? Purchase of sports material, is it there in the question? Yes or no? Yes, how much? Where? Payment for sports material is not purchase. In incomplete record, so many times you have prepared creditor's account. What you pay to the creditor is not the purchase amount. Purchase amount is something else. Are you getting my point? Can you see? Amount due for sports material. So purchase amount we don't know. How will we get the purchase amount? Number of times you have prepared the creditor's account. Creditors for sports material. Shh, guys. Creditors for sports material. Do we know the opening balance? By balance brought down. How much is the opening balance? 6,07,500. Amount due for sports material is 6,07,500. To balance carried down. How much is the amount payable? 8,77,500. 8,77,500. Now, by purchases, we don't know. If you pay the amount, what happens? Creditor account debited to bank account. If you make the payment, creditor account debited to bank account. See the question. How much is the amount paid? Payment for sports material during the year? 20,25,000. 20,25,000. 20,25,000 by purchases, balancing figure. 22,95,000. 22,95,000 is the purchases. What will you do with this purchase? Go into the question, write 22,95,000 purchases. Now 6,75,000 plus 22,95,000 minus 10,12,500. How much are you getting? 19,57,500 is your material consumed. This is what we are looking for. Look at it. Let me know if you have any doubt. Have a look. Tell me if you have any doubt. What's happening over here? Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. But purchase is not there. Purchase is not there. So what I did the creditor's ledger. In the creditor's ledger, opening balance is there, closing balance is there, amount paid is there. What is missing there? Purchases. Get the purchases, put it over here, you'll get the material consumed. Yes, you can take this down quickly. What's the doubt? What's the doubt? Who is asking whom here? What's the doubt? Tell. We don't know the purchase, no. So we prepared the creditors ledger. What? Amount paid from the question. Is this question done? No. No, they asked balance sheet also. You don't know full balance sheet, only these items. Huh? Extract, yes. We don't know full items. What and all will be there in your balance sheet? Closing stock of sports material, subscription due, subscription received in advance, and then amount payable for sports material. 4 items will be there in the balance sheet. Balance sheet extract, you call it. Balance sheet extract. Balance sheet extract. We have subscription due, subscription received in advance. We have amount due, for sports material, and then you also have stock of sports material. No balance sheet total, just find these items. How much is the subscription due? Subscription due 1,48,500. How much is the stock of sports material? Stock of sports material is 10,12,500. How much is the subscription received in advance? 47,250. How much is the amount due for sports material? 8,77,500. Yeah, this should be it. You don't total it and all. That is it. Balance sheet extract. 4 done, 5, 6. 2 questions to go from MTP. Huh? Yeah, 10 marks, no? That day we saw that. And then that 15 marks regular question. That shouldn't be a problem. Done. Can we go further? Any doubts in this? This one is something you have to think about. Okay? It was done. It is there in the study material questions, but they have asked it as a working note. Question number 5A. 5-mark question. See what they have asked. From the following information, draw up a trial balance in the books of Sri Hari Om. Hari Om. 5-mark question. You cannot get something easier than this. Trial balance they are asking. Now, capital. I am not solving this question. Okay, capital. Tell me what balance? Credit balance. Discount allowed. Debit balance. Carriage outwards. Carriage inward is debit. Carriage outward also debit. It will go to P&L. Returns inward. Returns inward is sales return. Sales return will have debit balance. Rent and taxes. Debit balance. Stock on 1st April. Stock. Opening stock or closing stock. Stock is stock. It will have debit balance only. Sundry creditors. Sundry creditors. Credit balance. Commission received. Credit balance. Cash at bank. Debit balance. Stock is outside. Closing stock will not be there in the trial balance. Correct. Purchases. Debit. Carriage inward. Debit. Sales. Credit. Returns outwards. Purchase return. Credit. Plant and machinery. Debit. Sundry debtors. debit, investment, debit, cash in hand, debit, motorcycle, debit. From where you are coming? Huh? Go sit. From where you are coming? Hostel it seems. Yes, take your calculator. 1% total the debits, 1% total the credits. 3,600 plus which one? 6,43,500 is. Oh, there were lesser number of items, so wrapper up you did credit. Debit, someone do debit also. No, everyone is doing credit only. 6,43,000. Telling what is the bouncer? You should know that this also don't take into trial balance. If you take that, your trial balance will not tally. Yeah. That is the smart work you have to do in exams. Take it, then you'll get a difference of 61,500. Then you'll be like, oh, you should not take it, remove it. Yes, can you see everything will be there in trial balance. Closing stock will not be there in the trial balance. If you take that, it won't tally. But obviously one item in the exam, so if it doesn't tally, you'll immediately see the difference. 5 marks. If I am not wrong, this question is there in the study material. If I am not wrong, this is there in the study material. Exact structure like this only. Giving stock at the end. Let's go further. That was 4A. 4B. I hope there is no problem in that trial balance question. Yes, look at 4B. Attempt any one of the two subparts, either one or two. Shh. We will attempt all. Now, following is the information provided for Messrs. Today, where you went, man? Which dinosaurs it bit you? Now don't tell me, I will tell you after class. Regular answer. How is your grandfather? Yesterday, first session from the hospital, you were giving answers on live. After that, where you went? Yes, what? Oh, nurse came, so you stopped the live online. Oh, priorities. Yes, from the following information provided for Messrs. VS Wires for the year ended, you are required to pass necessary closing entries in the journal. Oh. Closing entries, remember there was one small part of final accounts you used to think why this thing is there. Simply waste of time, you thought, no, see in the mock test. That means if you know trading account, P&L account, balance sheet, if you have ignored those two questions, 5 marks gone. What is the closing entry? Closing entry means removing from the books or bringing to the books. Removing from the books, no? So tell me what should be the entry? How will you? Pass. 5 marks. You have to do on your own. Easy 5 marks. Like this, if you lose in the exam, the tough ones I can understand. This one should not be lost at any cost. Do it. Start. 4B. Oh, sorry, 5B. 5B, 1. After this, 6, no. I mean, after 5. We'll do 5 bit. Huh? Other one is manufacturing account. In the sub question, they have given a choice. In the mock test. Not necessary that they should give it in the exam also. Possible. Usually in the last question they give. That they have continued the trend, that's all. That obviously average student only was the easier one. Yes guys, tell me what should be the entry? Closing entry, what should be the entry? Can you see everything is related to which account? Everything is related to trading account. So indirectly they are telling you prepare trading account in journals. Everything is related to trading account only. Now, carriage outward is not there, man. Carriage inward, no. They have not given carriage outward. Then it would have gone to P&L. Guys, trading account in journal entries, how will you do it? First, what will you do? Purchase is there, opening inventory, purchases, carriage inward, wages, sales, returns inward, return outward. Trading account debited to opening stock. Correct, you should do that. But you cannot do that because first the purchase return has to be adjusted with purchase. Remember in trading account we always write 2 purchases less returns. That less returns is happening because you pass a journal entry.
Sir, we can pass credit in journal.
We can't. We can't do it. They will not give you marks. They cannot. First you should adjust it. You are telling you will put purchase return to the credit side of the trading account. No. If you are doing that, why we are adding purchases less returns? Are you getting my point? Less returns means net purchase I want to see. No. So when you have this kind of question, first you adjust the purchase returns. Tell me, what is the entry for purchase returns? That I don't want. Adjusting the purchase returns. Purchase return account debited to purchases. Purchase returns account debited to purchase. How much is the purchase return? 4,32,000. 4,32,000. What is the entry for reducing the sales from sales return from sales? Sales account debited to sales return account. Sales account debited to sales return account. How much is the sales? Sorry, sales return 6 lakhs. Returns inward is sales return 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs. Now what you have to do? Closing entry. Basically you have to prepare the journal entries to prepare trading account. Trading account, what you write on the debit side? What is the first item you write on the debit side of the trading account? Opening stock. So trading account debited to opening stock. How much is the opening stock in this question? 6 lakhs. Then what is the next thing you write on the debit side? What is the next thing you write on the debit side? Purchases. How much is the purchases? 40,32,000, but from that you remove something. 4,32,000. How much is the purchase now? 36 lakhs. 36 lakhs. Next, after purchases, what is the next thing you write? Wages, right? Is there wages? Yes. So you will write 2 wages. How much is wages? 3 lakhs. After that there is also carriage inwards. So you will write 2 carriage inwards. How much? 1,80,000. That is it, no? $46,80,000, huh? $36 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1.8. Yes. 46,80,000. What about sales? What about sales? Sales is usually credited to trading account. So what you will do? Sales account debited. Closing stock account debited to trading account. Sales account debited, closing stock account debited to trading account. How much is the sales? Sales is 66 lakhs minus 6 lakhs. It is 60 lakhs. How much is the closing stock? $72 lakhs. Is this clear? Now do you have gross profit? Find the gross profit. How much is the gross profit? 72 lakhs minus 46 lakh 80,000. 25 lakh 20,000. Where will the gross profit go? Trading account debited to Trading account debited 25 lakh 20,000 to P&L account 25 lakhs 25,000. Too easy question to lose marks. All the journal entries are there. Have a look at it. If you are closing the balance sheet, you can pass compound entry. Assets you are removing, liabilities you are removing. Liabilities account debited to asset, finished. Here you are preparing. Their closing entry means what? Preparing trading account. Accounts is the only subject. You have attended fully. No, you are absent for 2 days. What about other subjects? Oh, you used to go at 1:30. No, 12:45. Did you have maths in PUC? I mean 11th and 12th. Then it will be fine for you. But you said no, you used to go home and then watch the last.
Maths I couldn't watch a lot because 6 days at one go I missed the exam. That's logic and reasoning I missed.
That's actually easy.
Yeah.
There is time now. Yes, guys, can we go further? Done with this? See the other OR question over here. What did they ask you? Mandeep runs a factory which produces detergents. Following details were available in respect of his manufacturing activities for the year ended 31st March 2024. Yes. Shh. What have they asked you? Can you see? You are required to prepare manufacturing account of Mr. Mandeep. Exact question is there in the study material. Remember the question. Higher charges of machinery 0.7 per unit. Direct wages contracted 0.8 per unit manufactured and 0.4 per unit of closing WIP. Do you have a similar question? Compute. Now, unfold your hands and start solving. Yes, compute manufacturing account. Let's see. Revision. Prepare manufacturing account. What are you supposed to find in the manufacturing account? Cost of goods manufactured. Fine. Cost of goods manufactured. Fast. Opening WIP will be on the debit side. Closing WIP will be on the credit side. Opening inventory of raw material, will you put it? Do you write opening stock of raw material in the manufacturing account? No. We write cost of material consumed. Whenever she is most confident with the answer, that time it's wrong. Full confidence, yes. Done now? Yes, what's the cost of material consumed? Fast. Done. Now, what is the cost of material consumed? Higher charges will be 0.7 per unit. So 15 lakhs into 0.7. Higher charges will be 10 lakh 50,000. Direct wages 0.8 per unit. 15 lakhs into 0.8. 12 lakhs. Then 0.4 per unit of closing WIP. Closing WIP is you should get direct wages as 12 lakh 16,800. That's it. Other than that, everything is given. Put the items, you'll get the values. opening stock. This is cost of material consumed. Together you have to take 7,80,000 plus 24,60,000 minus 9,60,000. 22,80,000 cost of material consumed. So basically 78,000 minus 144 plus 22,80,000 plus 10,50,000 plus 7,80,000 plus 12,16,800 plus 5,40,000. 58 lakhs 800. This should be your cost of material consumed or goods consumed. Just check if you are getting this number quick. This is what I got in calculator. Check if you are getting the answer. Open the book and start solving, man. Prepare manufacturing account. Are you getting cost of material consumed at 58,800,000? No? Yes? Manufacturing account 2. Opening WIP. How much is the opening WIP? 78,000 by closing WIP. How much is closing WIP? 1,44,000. Then 2. Cost of material consumed. Cost of material consumed. It is 7,80,000 plus 24,60,000 minus 9,60,000. That will get 22,80,000. 22,80,000. After that, you have direct wages. What is the wages amount? How are we going to get that wages amount as 12,16,800? How is it 12,16,800? 15 lakh units are manufactured. 15 lakh units into 0.8. Closing WIP is 42,000 units. 42,000 units into 0.4. 15 lakh units are manufactured into 0.8. You will get the direct wages. And 42,000 units is the closing WIP. That into 0.4. Is this clear? That should give you 12,16,800. Just check if you are getting that. After that, you have basically higher charges. To higher charges. How much is the higher charges? 10,50,000. Then higher charges of factory 7,80,000. If they would have told higher charges of office, we would have not taken it over here. Then we have repair and maintenance 5,40,000. To repair and maintenance 5,40,000. You should get the answer now. Don't know everything we have put. You should get by cost of material produced. How much did we write over there? 58,800,000. This is your manufacturing account. If you have forgotten, just write it quickly. Done, no? I think same question is in the study material with numbers also. Same numbers also. Yes, can we go further? Wages, how? 5-mark question. Wages you are asking, how did I get? Wages, 15 lakh units into 0.8 plus 42,000 units into 0.4. 15 lakh units into 0.8 plus 42,000 units into 0.4. 42,000 into 0.4 plus 12 lakhs. 12,16,800. I hope it's clear. This is a manufacturing account. Let me know if you have any doubt. Next, we'll go further. Yes, can I go further? Done, no? Now, that is all 5-mark question. 5C. Yes. 5C. Yes. Let's go further. 5C. See the question. 10 marks. 10 marks question in the exam. All new concepts clubbed into one question. See what they have asked. Face Limited unlisted company other than AIFI, banking company, NBFC, HFC. Why did they tell you that? Why did they tell you? AIFI, banking company, HFC, NBFC. Why did they tell you that? Because DRR rules are applicable to you. There was one thing called as DRR once upon a time. Provides the following information as at 31st March 2023. Shareholders funds, authorized capital, 90,000 equity shares of 10 each fully paid up. Issued, subscribed and paid up capital. Important question, focus. Okay, all 3 new units of company accounts merged into one question. 60,000 equity shares of 10 each fully paid up. Reserves and surplus, you have P&L account, no general reserve. So anywhere required, don't use general reserve, you have to use P&L only. Debenture redemption reserve, DRR. Long-term borrowing, 3,60,000. How much is the DRR percentage limit which you have to maintain always? 10%. How much is your debenture? How much is 10% of 3,60,000? 36,000. Do we have 36,000? Yes. If you don't have, we have to create DRR. How do we create DRR? P&L account debited to DRR. We don't have to do that. After all the redemption, if DRR is still there, where should it go? It should go to general reserve. Trade payable and all we don't need. Property, plant and equipment, non-current investment, DRR investment. DRR investment, how much percentage should be there always? How much percentage of DRR investment should be there? 15%. How much is 15% of 3,60,000? 3,16,000 into 15% is 54,000. Can you see they have maintained 54,000 only in DRR investment? So they are following both the rules. Both the rules are followed. If it was not followed, we had to create. Okay, current assets, inventory, trade receivable, cash in hand, cash at bank, done. At the AGM on 1/4/2023, it was resolved to give existing equity shareholder the option to purchase 1 rupees 10 share at 15 for every 4 shares held prior to the bonus distribution. This option was taken up by all shareholders. What is this concept called? What is this concept called? No. They are paying money there. Where bonus? This is right issue. This is right issue. They are paying money to issue 1 bonus share for every 5 shares held. This is bonus issue. To repay the debentures at a premium of 3%, redemption of debentures, give necessary journal entries for these transactions. Balance sheet extract is not asked. They could have asked this also in the exam. Balance sheet extract. What else can happen in this question? In this question, here in the share capital part, if they add preference share capital, no, they can give redemption of preference shares also. Same question. If you redeem preference shares, what will get generated? Which reserve gets generated? Capital redemption reserve. If CRR is created, you could have used that for bonus also. Are you getting this? This question can be made more in depth, or they can add one more concept, that is redemption of preference share also into this question itself, but they have not done. And they can add one more thing in this question. They can ask you to prepare balance sheet extract. They have asked in the study material, they can ask that also. Clear? What did they ask you? Journal entries in the books of 5C here? Journal entries in the books of whose books? Face Limited. Journal entries in the books of Face Limited. Have they given you any date? What's the date? No, 1/4/2023. What 31st March? AGM is on 1/4/2023. We'll pass all journal entries on 1/4/2023. Yeah. 1/4/2023. Tell me what should be the entry. First, what is happening? Right issue, bonus issue, redemption. What is happening first? Right issue, bonus issue, redemption. What is happening? Right issue. How many shares? They said option is shareholders the option to purchase 1 rupees 10 share for 15 at 15 for every 4 shares held. What is the number of shares right now? Find. How many shares are there right now? 60,000 or 90,000? 60,000. 90,000 is authorized capital. 60,000 shares. So here right issue 60,000 shares into 1 by 4. How much is the right issue? 15,000 shares. Is this clear? Now 15,000 shares going into the question. Tell me what is the entry for issuing 15,000 shares? Yes, bank account debited. How many shares? 15,000 shares into 15, not 10, into 15. How do we know that? Can you see 1 rupees 10 share at rupees 15? That means they are issuing the share at 15 rupees at premium. So bank account debited 15,000 into 15. That makes it 2,25,000. To what? To equity share capital account. 15,000 shares into 10 rupees. That makes it 1,50,000. To securities premium account. 15,000 shares into 5 rupees. 75,000. I hope there is no confusion with this question. Shouldn't be a problem. Right issue. What next after this? Immediately after right issue, what happened? After right issue, what happened? Bonus issue. After right issue, bonus issue, no? See over here. Option was taken by all shareholders to issue 1 share for every 5 shares held. How many shares bonus issue? For every 5, 1. So I have to do into 1 by 5. 1 by 5 into how many shares? 60,000 or 90,000? No, 75,000. 75,000. How? 60,000 were there. Just now you issued right issue, no? Now you have how many shares? 75,000 shares into 1 by 5. 15,000 shares. Bonus shares are also 15,000 only. I hope it is clear. First we had 60,000 shares. We gave right issue in the ratio of 1:4. 1:4 if you give right issue, what is the number of shares? 15,000 shares. Clear, you gave right issue. Now this total shares of yours from 60,000 it went up to 75,000. 75,000 into 1 by 5. Bonus issue ratio is 1 by 5. So 15,000 bonus shares are issued. Bonus shares are issued at face value. So totally I need 1,50,000 rupees. I need 1,50,000 rupees for bonus. What is the confusion? Nothing. Now 1,50,000 from where will I take? From where will I take? First preference is always CRR. Do I have CRR? No. Second preference is securities premium. Do we have securities premium? Yes. Just now we got it. Do we have securities premium? Just now 75,000 over there. So securities premium account debited 75,000. After securities premium, next preference is for general reserve. Do we have general reserve? No. Do we have P&L? Yes. Do we have enough balance in P&L? Yes. So what we'll do now? P&L account debited 75,000 to bonus to equity share holders account 1,50,000. 1,50,000. What should be the next entry? 1/4/2023. What should be the next entry in bonus? What is the next entry in bonus? Bonus to equity share holders account debited 1,50,000 to equity share capital account 1,50,000. With that bonus is done. With that bonus is done. Now you have only one part of this question remaining, that is redemption of preference shares. Redemption of debentures. You told it is easy. So what? Bonus is on its own, no? So what if it's combined? Nothing is interconnecting anything. Is it clear? Okay, write these entries, then we'll go into redemption. Right issue. Shares are issued at 15 rupees. Why they are? They asked you to prepare what? Ledger. This is the first entry. Right issue. See here, to give existing equity shareholders 1 10 rupee share at 15 rupees for every 4 shares held. This option was taken by all the shareholders. Taken by all the shareholders means shareholders gave us money, we gave them shares. How many shares were there? 60,000 into 1 by 4, 15,000 shares. Right issue. Second point is bonus. Yes, can we go further? Debenture redemption. How should I start the debenture redemption? We had some questions where we had to prepare DRR, ledger, DRR investment, ledger, debentures, ledger, debenture holders, ledger, interest on debentures, ledger, interest on DRR investment. All those ledgers were asked in one of the questions. Now what do we start with? When I have to redeem. Redeem means I have to pay money. If I have to pay money, first thing what I will do, I will arrange money. First thing what I will do is arrange money. Arranging money. What will I do? How will I arrange? I will sell. Yes, exactly. We will sell the investment. How much is the investment value here? 54,000. So we will sell the investment. What should be the entry? Bank account debited 54,000 to nothing is clubbed, guys. Questions are separate only. Nothing is clubbed. Concepts are separate. You have to pass entry in under one question. That's it. If they want to club, they can club in different ways. Where one part's result will be affecting the other part. Nothing like that they have done. They have just tested you on simple basics. Now after this, what is the next entry? When you are redeeming the debentures, what is the next entry? Due entry. What is the due entry? Debentures account debited. How much percentage debentures they are? 12% debentures. So you will pass the entry 12% debentures account debited. 12% debentures account debited. How much? 3,60,000. Are we redeeming the debentures at par or premium? Premium of what percentage? 3%. So we will write premium on redemption of debentures account debited. 3,60,000 into what percentage of premium? 3%. That makes it 10,800. 10,800 to what? 12% debenture holders account. 3,70,800. 3,70,000. You finished writing? You were the one who asked for mock test, no? Listening by staring at the wall. 1/4/2023. After that, what is the next entry? Due entry done for debentures. Then next entry is payment entry. Transfer later. Debenture holders account debited 3,70,800 to bank account 3,70,800. Do we have that much money in the bank? Yes. 5,46,000 is there in the bank. There is enough balance in the bank. If at all no balance was there also, it would have become OD. Okay, 3,70,800. After that, what is the next thing? Transfer of, yes, exactly. Transfer of premium. Premium will be removed from where? P&L. So next entry is P&L account debited 10,800 to premium on redemption of debentures account 10,000 800. Done. Due entry done. Payment entry done. Transfer of premium also done. Do we have anything else left? Do we have to create CRR here? CRR is supposed to be created where? Redemption of preference shares. Here what we will do as the ending entry? We don't need DRR anymore. DRR is still there. No, how much is DRR? 36,000. What will we do with DRR? Remove it and transfer it to general reserve. DRR account debited 36,000 to general reserve account 36,000. Now exactly we can make out, no, who and all have revised daily. People who are having exam in June, you should have known all these concepts. 1 month left. No bouncer in this question. Just because you saw 3 concepts, don't think that it's bouncer. Separately they have asked. Only interrelation is that premium part. Easy 10 mark question in the exam. They didn't ask. They asked only as journal entries. That's what I told at the starting. They can ask balance sheet effect also. No, they can ask for 10 marks also. They are liberal and giving you 10 marks here. They can ask balance sheet also for 15 marks. Yes, I'm guessing it's done. Let's go further. Six. Yes, 6A. 15 marks. This is the most regular thing in CA Foundation. We'll see 6B first. Discuss the factors to be taken into consideration for calculation of depreciation. Theoretical question. Write short notes on accommodation of bill and renewal of bill. We know what is accommodation of bill, no? When two people have not had any business relationship, they draw on bill on each other. Discount is going to be shared in the ratio in which money is shared. Renewal of bill is what? Paying money early. If you pay money early, rebate will be there. Okay, that you read on your own. 15 mark question, we'll see what they have asked. Avent Limited is a company with an authorized share capital of 1 crore in equity shares of 10 each, of which 6 lakh shares had been issued and fully paid up on 31st March 2023. I think a similar question is there in the material or some examination. Okay, where they start with authorized capital and 6 lakh shares are already issued. The company proposes to make further issue of 1,35,000 shares at a price of 14 per share. The arrangement of payment being. So we are going to focus on how many shares they are issuing. 1,35,000 shares. 2 per share payable on application to be received by 31st May. Allotment to be made on 10th June 2023 and a further 5 rupees per share including the premium to be payable. Are the shares issued at par or premium? Shares are issued at premium. The final call for the balance to be made and money received by 31st December 2023. Okay, we are having on what date here? 31st March. Final call is on what date? 31st December 2023. Applications were received for 5,60,000 shares. What is this called? What is this called? Oversubscription. And dealt with as follows. Applicants for 10,000 shares received allotment in full. Applicants for 50,000 shares received allotment of 1 share for every 2 applied for. No money was returned to these applicants. The surplus of application money being used to reduce the amount of allotment due. In pro rata, do we remember that if you have extra money, that will be adjusted with allotment. Applicants for 5 lakh shares received an allotment of 1 share for every 5 share applied. The money due on allotment was retained by the company, excess being returned to the applicants. That means if you have money more than what is required for allotment, that time you will return the money to the applicants. Refund. Money due on final call was received on the due date. You are required to record the above transactions including bank transactions in the Journal of Avent Limited. Same as, same number also same. Then solve, we'll see. Without looking at the solution, you solve. Same, no? Start solving. You're getting into the wrong habit of solving more and more questions. First, you should sharpen your concepts. If your concepts are strong, 2 questions if you solve also, you can go and crack the exam. No, you don't need to solve quantity, no, quality. Do quality study, guys. Learn the concept. Then if you solve 2 questions also, you can go directly to exam. You're trying to solve more and more questions from everywhere, different places. Same adjustments will be there, no? Solve this. 15-mark question, over subscription. Start. Pro rata allotment. Easy. Remember, you need one table first of all. Remember, you need a table. In the table, number of applications received, application money received, number of application amount required, number of shares allotted, then allotment money required, allotment amount adjusted, refund. That table if you get, you can prepare the full journal entries. Do one thing, at least make the table. Just make the table. Journal entries, you know it. Make the table. I will give you the format of the table also. 6A. Number of shares applied. Application amount received. Application amount received. Number of shares allotted. Application amount required. Excess application amount. Allotment required. Allotment amount required. After that, amount adjusted with allotment. Finally, you will have any refund if any. This table you have to fill. Huh? Question is there here. Yes, fill the table fast. Next month you have exam. First, can you see over here? How many shares are we issuing? 1,35,000. First, can you see applicants for 10,000 received allotment in full? First, number of shares applied is 10,000. Application amount received. What is the application amount? How much rupees per share is application? 2 rupees per share is application. So 10,000 into 2. 10,000 into 2. Application amount received is 20,000. What is the number of shares allotted to these people? How many shares are allotted to these people? Received allotment in full. So they will get 10,000 only. 10,000. What is the application amount received? Sorry, application amount required. You require 10,000 only. 10,000 into 2. 20,000. Is there any application, excess application amount? No. What is the allotment amount required? What is the allotment amount required? How much per share is allotment? Is there any premium there? Yes. Allotment amount is 5 rupees. So allotment amount required is 10,000 into 5. That makes it 50,000. Is there any amount adjusted with allotment? No. Is there any refund? No. Because 100% we have allotted the shares. 100% we have allotted the shares. What is the next lot? Applicant for 50,000 shares were received allotment 1 share for every 2 applied. How many shares they have applied? 50,000. What is the application amount received? 50,000 into 2. 1 lakh. What is the number of shares allotted? 1 share for every 2 shares. So 50,000 into 1 by 2. So 25,000 shares only are allotted. So what is the application amount received? Sorry, required. It is 25,000 into 2. 50,000. Do we have any excess application amount here? Yes, how much is the excess application amount? Application amount received minus application amount required. You have excess application of 50,000. What is the allotment amount required? How many shares we are issuing to these people? 25,000. What is the allotment amount required? Into 5. 1,25,000. Amount adjusted with allotment. How much extra do we have? How much extra do we have? Array, see the column. Excess application amount column only is there. What? 1,50,000 is written there. How much is the excess application amount? 50,000. How much do I need for allotment? 1,25,000. Can I adjust 1,25,000? No, I have only 50,000 to adjust. Amount to be adjusted is 50,000. Any refund? 0. No refund. Nothing. Clear? Third lot. See the third lot. How much we got over there? 5 lakh shares. 1 share for every 5 shares we are going to give. 5 lakh shares. If you applied for 5 lakh shares, how much money will you get? 5 lakh into 2. The number of shares applied is 10 lakhs. Number of shares allotted. Number of shares allotted. We are giving 1 is to what? 1 is to what? 1 is to 1 by 5. That means it is 1 lakh shares allotted. How much application amount is required? I need application amount of 1 lakh into 2 rupees. I need 2 lakhs. How much is the extra application amount now? 8 lakhs. Excess application amount is 8 lakhs. I got 10 lakhs. I require only 2 lakhs. So excess application amount is 8 lakhs. Allotment amount required. What is the allotment amount required? Yes, 1 lakh into 5. 1 lakh into 5 is the allotment amount required. So 5 lakhs. How much extra do I have? 8 lakhs. So what will I do? I will adjust 5 lakhs fully. After that, still I will be left with amount. That is 3 lakh, which will be refund. This will be refund. Clear? So application amount received. You can total this 10, 11 lakh 20,000. And number of shares allotted is only 1 lakh 35,000. Applications received. You can total this 5 lakh 60,000. They have told in the question itself. Application amount required is 2 lakh 70,000. Excess application amount is 8 lakh 50,000. Allotment amount required is 5 lakh, 6 lakh 25, 6 lakh 75,000. Allotment amount adjusted is 5 lakh 50,000. This is the refund amount, 3 lakhs. This is your table. With this you have to pass journal entries. You need 2 journal entries for application stage, 2 journal entries for allotment stage, and 2 journal entries for call stage. 6 journal entries you will need. Then I don't know what is the last journal entry. 6 journal entries you have to pass. Application stage, allotment stage, call stage. All the numbers required for the journal entries is there in the table. Everything that you require is there in the table. Journal entries. What is the first journal entry? Bank account debited. Sorry, they have given dates. You have to follow dates. They said application to be received on 31st May 2023. Follow the dates. Okay, 31st May 2023. The entry is bank account debited 2 equity share application account. Bank account debited to equity share application account. How much? 11,20,000. Already there in the table. 11,20,000 is the amount. 11,20,000. Next date should be on what date? What should be the next entry? Next entry is always on the allotment date. Allotment happens on what date? Made on 10th June. 10th June 2023 will be the date. 10th June 2023. Equity share application account debited 11,20,000. 11,20,000 to equity share capital account. Equity share capital account, you have it here. Application amount required. How much is the application amount required? 2,70,000. That is received. No, 2,70,000. Next, 2. You are going to refund something? Equity share allotment. Yes. Equity share allotment account. How much are you adjusting with allotment? Amount adjusted 5,50,000. You are adjusting 5,50,000 with allotment. 5,50,000 to bank account. Are you refunding anything? Yes, you have it in the refund column. Refund. You are refunding 3 lakhs. 5,50,000 plus 3 lakh plus 2,70,000 will be 11,20,000. After this allotment entry, 10/6/2023. Tell me, what is the allotment entry? Equity share allotment. Equity share allotment account debited. How much? Do we have that also in the table? 6,75,000. Can you see allotment amount required? 6,75,000. 6,75,000 to equity share capital account. Equity share capital. Now tell me one thing. In the question, how much is premium? How much is allotment money? 1 is allotment amount and 4 rupees is premium. 4 rupees premium. So it will be 1,35,000 into 1 rupee, 1,35,000. 2. Securities premium account, 1,35,000 into 4 rupees, 2,70,000, 5,40,000. 2,70,000, 5,40,000. Clear? This is the allotment entry. 10/6/2023. Bank account debited to equity share allotment account. Are you going to get the entire amount? No. Why? Something is already adjusted, received and adjusted. 6,75,000 is the allotment amount. Out of that, 5,50,000 is already adjusted. So you will get how much now? 1,25,000 only you will get. This is where all the tricky part of the entries were. After that only final call. Final call, what is the date they said? It was 31st of December 2023. 31st of December 2023. What is the entry? Equity share final call account debited to equity share capital account. This is not there in the table. You have to compute 1,35,000 shares into, what is the final call amount? 7 rupees. 2 rupees you got at application stage. 1 rupee only you got at allotment stage because the remaining was premium. So 7 rupees is the call amount. 1,35,000 into 7. 9,45,000. 9,45,000. 31st of December 2023. What happens finally? Bank account. Did you get anything, everything, or is there any calls in arrears? Everything. 9,45,000 to equity share final call account, 9,45,000. That should be it. That should be it. These are your journal entries. Let me know if you have any doubt. I think with that we can even wind up. That is it with mock test. Okay.